So in the last lecture, we have seen the numericals. Okay. Uh, Only one numerical we have solved, I think, which to calculate the resultant of the number of forces and calculate the direction R and alpha. We have already calculated in the last lecture. Okay. I have taken one problem only in the last lecture and I have told you to see whatever I have taught in that lecture at home once again. I hope now you have all of you have gone through that lecture once again and you have seen all the calculations. Also, I have uploaded all my previous lectures in the teaching diary. You can check the lectures. If you have missed anything, then you can recall it by going through the lectures. So now today we will continue the numericals. So before continuing the numericals, let's brush up the things. So first of all, you can see over here, suppose this is your summation fx and this is summation fy. So this is my summation fx and this is my summation fy. If I use the law of parallelogram of forces, then what I will do, I will extend this line and I will extend this line also. Okay, and where they meet, my parallelogram will get complete, and then I will draw a force like this joining the diagonal of this will give me the resultant R, and this is my angle alpha. Okay. In other words, we have also seen that if this is the resultant R, okay, now if this is the resultant R, okay, and it is making an angle of alpha with horizontal, then we can resolve this. We can resolve this from the point of contact. One component is parallel to X, another component is parallel to Y, and this we call it as R. If this angle is alpha, then this will be R cos alpha, and this is R sin alpha. Okay. Also, we have seen that we can equate summation fx to R cos alpha, summation fy to R sin alpha. These things we have already studied. I have also shown you the LHS equal to RHS from the formula that R is equal to under root summation fx square plus summation fy square. This also we have seen. Already these things we have seen up till now. Now moving further, I want to tell you some important things. Okay. So when in now you see this figure carefully. So this is the summation fx. Summation fx means what? Sum of the forces parallel to x-axis. This is summation fy. This is the sum of the forces parallel to y-axis. So summation fx is having some value and summation fy is having some value. So the resultant of this is in between this summation fx and summation fy. Okay. Now, suppose in a numerical it is given that, suppose now the condition one, first condition I want to discuss with you. Suppose resultant is vertical and in upward direction. Okay. Then what is the condition? If the resultant is vertical and in upward direction, means what? Now if you see this figure carefully, here the resultant is not vertical. Angle alpha is not 90 degree. Resultant is vertical and moving in upward direction means what? This alpha must be 90 degree and this R will be coinciding with this Fy. Okay. Resultant जर Fy वरतीच येत असेल तर ह्याचा अर्थ काय? So in that case we can say that summation Fy is nothing but it is R. Okay. And summation Fx must be 0. Summation fx must be 0. Are you getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So still I will tell you one more time. See, suppose the resultant is vertical and is moving in upward direction. Okay, so resultant is vertical and moving in upward direction. Remember our sign conventions also. What sign conventions we are using? See, I will show you here our sign conventions. So our sign conventions are, if our force is moving in rightward direction, it is positive. In leftward direction, it is negative. So this force is positive, this force is negative. Then if you consider the vertical force, vertical, then if the force is moving in upward direction, then it is positive. If the force is moving in downward direction, then it is negative. These are our sign conventions. Now here what the condition is, the resultant is vertical, so it is parallel to y-axis or along the y-axis and in upward direction. So upward direction means moving upward, so it should be plus. So fy is equal to plus r. Plus sign काय तुम्ही लिहिलं काय नाही लिहिलं काय काय फरक पडत नाही. So fy is equal to plus r. Okay, so as it is mentioned, it is moving in upward direction. Okay, आणि मग हे कसं असणार आहे तर मराठीत एकदा सांगतो बघा. आर हा तुमचा रिझल्टंट फोर्स आहे. तो कुठून आला तर समेशन एफ एक्स आणि समेशन एफ वाय. समेशन एफ एक्स ची काहीतरी तुम्हाला सर्टन व्हॅल्यू मिळाली, काही असेल 5 किलोन्यूटन 10 किलोन्यूटन 10 पॉईंट समथिंग वॉट एव्हर इट मे बी. समेशन एफ वाय ची तर तुम्हाला काही व्हॅल्यू मिळाली, म्हणजे हॉरिझॉन्टल काही व्हॅल्यू मिळाली आणि काही व्हर्टिकल व्हॅल्यू मिळाली. मग हॉरिझॉन्टल आणि व्हर्टिकलच्या मध्ये रिझल्टंट आलाय का तर दोघांची काहीतरी व्हॅल्यू आहे म्हणून. पण जर मी तुम्हाला असं सांगितलं की हा रिझल्टंट दोघांच्या मध्ये नाहीये, रिझल्टंट व्हर्टिकलच आहे, वाय ऍक्सिस वरतीच रिझल्टंट यायला लागलेला आहे, समेशन एफ एक्स वरतीच रिझल्टंट यायला लागलेला आहे. ह्याचा अर्थ काय, जर रिझल्टंट हा समेशन एफ वाय वरती येत असेल, वाय ऍक्सिस वर येत असेल, म्हणजे एफ एक्स काय असायला पाहिजे, 0, तरच ते पॉसिबल आहे. जर एफ एक्स ची काहीतरी व्हॅल्यू असेल तर रिझल्टंट कधीच टोटली व्हर्टिकल येणार नाही, तो मध्येच यायला पाहिजे दोघांच्या. समजलं का? So that is what I have told you here. Suppose the resultant is vertical and it is moving in upward direction, then your summation fy must be equal to r and summation fx must be 0. This is the first thing. Now the second thing is, if now suppose the resultant is vertical and in downward direction. Now you tell me what will be the equation. If the resultant is vertical and in downward direction, if I draw the diagram for your understanding, see, suppose this is a point. Now I will draw the resultant first. So this is my resultant R. This is the resultant R which is moving down. असं कधी येईल?
Summation of fy is equals to minus r.
Correct. So
Fx is
summation,
equals to 0.
okay, summation fy is equal to what? Minus r, and summation fx must be 0. X डायरेक्शन ला फोर्सच नसणार आहे कुठला, फक्त y डायरेक्शन ला फोर्स असेल. Summation fy is equal to what? It is minus r. Okay, if the resultant is moving downwards. If I show you in another diagram, if I want to show you, see, our normal diagram will be, आपली normal diagram कशी असते तर I will draw it here. This is your summation fy which is moving downward दाखवतोय, and this is summation fx. Now if I join these two, then this diagonal will give me the resultant. Now this diagonal is the resultant. This is our normal diagram which we regularly draw. This is our r, this is alpha. So this thing is this is our summation fx and this is summation fy. आता imagine करा कि now you are having some value of summation fx and some value of summation fy. That is why your resultant is like this inclined. Now if I put summation fx equal to 0, जर मी इथे सांगितलं की समेशन एफ एक्स 0 आहे, म्हणजे या साईडला फोर्सच नाहीये, तर आर तुमचा कसा होईल, व्हर्टिकल होईल का नाही?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
समेशन एफ वाय इक्वल टू काय होईल, आर होऊन जाईल. So that is the thing. Now R is moving downwards, so we have denoted over here it is by minus R. In previous case, it is told to us that resultant is moving upward. That is why we have taken summation Fy equal to plus R. Okay. Now after this, if you see some more cases, these are very important points. If somebody is not able to understand, let me know. I will explain it once again. Even though these are the shortcuts which you can use if the numerical is asked in the form of MCQ for 1 or 2 marks, then these are the shortcut things you can use to calculate the resultant fastly and quickly. So now suppose the third condition is suppose resultant is horizontal. Now suppose resultant is horizontal and in rightward direction म्हणजे काय तर आपला रिझल्टंट आता असा आहे. नाउ दिस इज द रिझल्टंट. It is horizontal and moving in rightward direction. This is the resultant right now. So now let me know the equation. What will be the equation now in this case? Now resultant is horizontal. म्हणजे रिझल्टंट कसा आहे एक्स ऍक्सिस वरती आहे, हॉरिझॉन्टल आहे. याचा अर्थ y ची व्हॅल्यू किती असायला पाहिजे 0. Okay. So here you can say that your summation Fy is 0 and summation Fx is equal to what? It is equal to R and result is moving towards rightward, so it is plus R. Plus लिहा नाही लिहा फरक पडत नाही, but it is moving rightward, so that is why it is plus R. So नेहमी लक्षात ठेवा, मराठीत सांगतो नीट ऐका आणि लक्षात ठेवा. जर तुम्हाला सांगितलं की रिझल्टंट हा व्हर्टिकल आहे, तर तुमचा रिझल्टंट जर व्हर्टिकल असेल तर तुमचं समेशन Fx हे 0च असायला पाहिजे, हॉरिझॉन्टल फोर्स. आणि जर तुम्हाला न्यूमरिकल मध्ये असं सांगितलं की तुमचा रिझल्टंट हा हॉरिझॉन्टल आहे, रिझल्टंट हा हॉरिझॉन्टल आहे म्हणजे काय, तर रिझल्टंट आडवा चाललाय म्हणजे उभा फोर्स काय व्हायला पाहिजे 0 व्हायला पाहिजे, म्हणजे समेशन Fy 0 व्हायला पाहिजे, असायला पाहिजे. ओके. अँड इन दॅट देन यू शुड सी द साइन कन्व्हेन्शन. देन मग हॉरिझॉन्टल रिझल्टंट दिलाय तर तो राईटला चाललाय का लेफ्टला चाललाय ह्याच्यावरनं तुम्ही प्लस मायनस फक्त ठरवायचं. ओके. सो नाउ दिस इज द थर्ड केस. Now after this, the fourth case is suppose resultant is horizontal. Suppose resultant is horizontal and in leftward direction. Okay, so now if I draw the diagram of resultant, it is like this now. Now this is our R, resultant. This is our R. Now what will be our equation then? Now first thing is resultant horizontal. Resultant horizontal आहे म्हणजे x ला पॅरलल आहे, म्हणजे y काय असायला पाहिजे 0. Okay, so summation Fy is 0 and then summation Fx, it is parallel to x, so summation Fx equal to R, but our resultant is moving towards left hand side, so summation Fx must be
minus R.
minus R. Okay, so these are some conditions that you should remember. Rather than remembering, if you understand this now, then there is no need to remember this. Once you understand the concept with the sign conventions, then there is no need to remember this. Just you should it should be fitted into your mind that if my resultant is vertical, means my summation Fx must be 0. And if my resultant is horizontal, that is it is along the x-axis, then my summation Fy must be 0. Okay. जर रिझल्टंट माझा y axis वरती असेल, if my resultant is on y axis, it is vertical, then my summation Fx must be 0. And if my resultant is along the x axis, that is horizontal, then summation Fy must be 0. ज्या ऍक्सिस वर रिझल्टंट दिलाय त्याचा अपोजिट ऍक्सिस तुमचा 0 येणार, एवढं लक्षात ठेवा. आणि देन मग प्लस मायनस कशावरनं बघायचं, अपवर्ड आहे का डाऊनवर्ड आहे, लेफ्ट का चाललाय का राईटला चाललाय, एवढं बघा. देन यू विल नॉट गेट कन्फ्युज. ओके. सो नाउ विथ दिस लिटिल इंट्रोडक्शन वी विल मूव फॉरवर्ड फॉर द नेक्स्ट न्यूमरिकल. सो वी विल टेक द फर्दर प्रॉब्लेम. So now the numerical is a force system a force system given below has resultant of 200 Newton pointing up along y-axis. Okay, full stop. Calculate the value of f and theta to this given resultant. Now diagram is also given. I will draw the diagram. Diagram is also given to us. Now the forces are, this is the force F which is acting like this. This is the force F. Then second force is this force which is of 240 kilonewton. I will write the magnitude and angle later on once I finished up with the forces. And third force, it is like this. It is acting like this, and now I will write the magnitude. This force is F. This angle is theta. So we need to calculate the value of this F and theta. Then this force is of 240 Newton. And this angle it is given as, it is 30 degree. This diagram is already given to you. So this is the given diagram. Now, if you read the problem carefully, see that what they have told us in the numerical. A force system given below. So this is the force system which is given below. Has a resultant of 200 Newton pointing up along the y-axis. So now where is the resultant of this force system? So if I draw the resultant, it is along the y-axis and pointing up. Along the y-axis means vertical, and it is pointing up. So if I draw the resultant, then this is the direction of the resultant. This is the direction of the resultant, and the magnitude of this resultant is given as 200 Newton, and it is moving up. So now I have told you already the 4 cases. Now in that, see, your resultant is along the y-axis. म्हणजे fx ची व्हॅल्यू काय असायला पाहिजे? 0. Okay, so your resultant is vertical and it is along the y-axis. So your summation fx must be 0. Okay, and summation fy किती असायला पाहिजे? Summation fy is equal to
200 Newton.
Correct. Summation fy is equal to r, which is nothing but it is 200 Newton. Okay, and it is moving up, upward direction ला चाललाय. So हे काय असणार आहे? प्लस असणार आहे. जर डाउनवर्ड दिला असतं तर आपण -200 घेतलं असतं. If it is given downward, then we should take -200 over here. Now here they have told us it is moving up. It's दिलेलं आहे बघा, pointing up. It is given in the numerical that it is pointing up. So that is why we have taken +200. So these are our equations which we are going to use in the numerical. So summation fx equal to 0 and summation fy equal to 200. This is our equation. So now while solving this equation, first of all, you see here in the diagram, you can see that this force, value this force is 500 Newton. Okay. So now here you can see 3 forces are given to us. First force is 500 Newton. Now this 500 Newton is the horizontal force. It is parallel to x-axis. So we can directly count this force into summation fx. There is no need to resolve this force. I have already told you, if the force is horizontal or force is vertical, there is no need to resolve the horizontal and vertical forces. We always resolve the inclined forces, which is inclined at an angle theta. That's forces ला आपण नेहमी resolve करतो. We always resolve the inclined force. Now there is no need to resolve this 500 Newton force as it is a horizontal force. The next force is this F. Now it is acting at an angle theta. So this is the inclined force at an angle theta. So we need to resolve this force. So I will show you the resolution of this force. So if I resolve this force, then one component will be like this over here, parallel to X, and another component will be parallel to Y. Another component will be parallel to Y. So here it is F written, so I will write here. This is F, this is also F. Now you tell me where I should write cos and where the sign should be given. Sin theta कुठे येणार आणि cos theta कुठे येणार सांगा.
X-axis cos
X
theta.
axis la cos theta.
Okay, so this component which is horizontal, the theta angle is near to the horizontal component. So we will give cos to the horizontal component and remaining is sin to vertical component. Now there is no need to consider this main force. Okay, so in the calculation now we will consider the components only. We are not going to consider this inclined force. Instead of this inclined force, now we are going to consider its components. Now the second force which is of 240 Newton. Now I am going to resolve that force also. So this force of 240 Newton, again this is the point of contact. So one force parallel to x-axis, one component. Then another component, it is parallel to y-axis. So this is the resolution. So always check that, always you should see that this your main force should be always in between your components. Here also you can check in between your two components, your main force is there. Here also in between your components, your main force is there. So now again, so here I will write 240 now. 240, here also I will write 240. Now you tell me which component is cos and which component is sin.
X axis is a cos.
X-axis is cos. Cos how much? Cos 30. Okay, so this angle is 30 degree and this angle is near to the x component. So this will be 240 cos 30 and this is 240 sin 30. Now we are not going to consider the main force in the calculation. Instead of this, we are going to consider the components. I hope now up to this point it is clear to you. Okay. So moving further, if anybody is having any doubt, you can ask in between also. So now moving further, see, as in the numerical, they told us that our resultant is vertical and it is moving up. So therefore, summation fx must be 0. Summation fx must be 0. And what are the sign conventions for summation fx? If the force is moving towards left, then it is negative. If the force is moving towards right, then it is positive. These are the sign conventions which we are going to use. So now we will start with this force of 500 Newton. 500 Newton force is moving towards left direction. So it is minus 500. Then this F sin theta will not come in summation fx as it is vertical force. See the horizontal forces. Now F cos theta is horizontal force moving towards right. So plus F cos theta and then plus 240 cos 30 which is equal to 0. Am I right? Is there any force which is remaining? यस नो बोला की पटपट चला लवकर सांगा बरोबर आहे काय
Yes sir.
हा मग आता नाउ I will get one equation, so I will keep f cos theta on this side only, which is equal to, now I will transfer this minus 500 to that side, so it will become plus 500 and this total term 240 cos 30, this is plus over here, so if I send it to that side then it will become minus. So here if I write, it is plus 500 minus 240 cos of 30. Now do the calculation and let me know the constant which you are getting. F cos theta is equal to, what is the value? एवढा वेळ लावू नका, पटकन आन्सर सांगा. डू द फास्ट कॅल्क्युलेशन्स. I hope now all of you are having the calculators with you and you are doing the calculations.
292.6.
Okay, so 292.6. So I will write this as my equation number 1. F cos theta is equal to some value I have got. This is for summation fx0 when I use this equation. Now I'm going to use the second equation, and my second equation is summation fy is equal to 200. Summation fy is equal to plus 200. This is my second equation. Now in the summation fy, how many forces will be there? If you see this diagram, see summation fy means forces parallel to y-axis, vertical forces you should see. So f sin theta, first is this f sin theta, it is moving upwards, so this will be positive. Plus f sin theta is the first force. Second vertical force is this one, 240 sin 30. But this force is moving downward, so it is minus. मग हे जर दोन फोर्स सोडले तर बाकीचे हे सगळे फोर्स एक्स ला पॅरलल आहेत. हे तर आपण घेतच नाही दोन. हे जे आहेत ते एक्स ला पॅरलल आहेत. सो ओनली टू फोर्सेस आर देअर, एफ साइन थिटा अँड 240 sin 30. सो f sin theta, it is plus f sin theta minus 240 sin 30 is equal to 200, is equal to 200. So therefore I will keep f sin theta on this side. F sin theta is equal to, it is 200 plus 240 sin 30. So do the calculation and let me know the value of f sin theta.
$320.
320.
320. So this is our equation number 2. So now here we are having two equations, f cos theta and f sin theta. So what we will do, we will divide equation 2 by equation 1. So divide equation 2 by equation 1. So if you divide, then it will be f sin theta LHS divided by LHS f cos theta, which is equal to RHS 320 divided by RHS 292.6. So this FF will get cancelled. FF will get cancelled. Sin theta upon cos theta means what? It is tan theta. So tan of theta is equal to, as a calculation किती येते सांगा मला. What is the calculation? 320 divided by 292.6.
$1.09.
1.09. So therefore theta is equal to tan inverse 1.09. So find out the value of theta.
$46.66.
46.66 degree. This is theta. Now put this value of theta in one of the equation and you will get the value of f. So this is one of the answer. एक answer मिळाला तुम्हाला. Now similarly, so I will write here, put this value in equation 2. Now if I put this value, you can put this value in equation 1 also. So it will be f sin 46.66 degree, which is equal to 320. So therefore f is equal to 320 divided by sine of 46.66 degree. So you will get the final answer.
439.98.
It is 439.98. What is the unit? It is Newton.
Newton.
Okay. Because resultant and other forces are given in Newton, so this must be also in Newton. So I hope now you understood this problem. Is there any difficulty in this numerical?
No, sir.
So,
So if you don't have any difficulty, then I will take some. Okay, now this type of problem. Okay, so three forces just a moment. That problem. Okay, so two forces acting on a body are 500 Newton and 1000 Newton as shown in figure. Determine the third force. Determine the third force F such that the resultant of all three forces is 1000 Newton and directed at an angle of 45 degree to x-axis. At an angle of 45 degree to x-axis. So now read the problem carefully. Two forces acting on a body are 500 Newton and 1000 Newton as shown in figure. So I will draw the figure also. Two forces are there. Determine the third force F. So we need to find out the third force F such that the resultant of all these three forces is 1000 Newton. So 500, 1000 and F. या तिघांचा रिझल्टंट किती म्हणून सांगितलं त्यांनी 1000 न्यूटन and that is directed at an angle of 45 degree with horizontal. So alpha is given 45 degree with horizontal. So this information is given. So I will draw the diagram first. So this is the given diagram. So the given diagram is, so here is the force of 500 Newton. And then This is the force of 1000 Newton. See, 1000 Newton. And this force is 500 Newton. So angle of 500 Newton force is 30 degree. This angle, this is given in the figure. And this angle of this 1000 Newton force, it is given as 60 degree with horizontal. Okay. So alpha is the angle. Always you should take it with horizontal, either with horizontal or vertical. Alpha किंवा theta कुठला angle असू द्या. Sometimes in the examination to confuse you what they do, instead of giving this angle, they told you that the angle between 1000 and 500 Newton force is 30 degree. Okay. So now you can see here, this 500 Newton force, this angle is 30 degree. It is with the x-axis or it is with the horizontal line. But the angle of this 1000 Newton force, this 30 degree, it is not with the horizontal line. This is not the horizontal thing. So you should always take the angle either with x-axis or with y-axis. So if this angle is 30 and this angle is 30, so this total angle will become 60. So you should take, and you have to also confirm that the angle whatever you have calculated, now in this case 30 plus 30 60, it should be acute angle. It should not be obtuse angle for the resolution. Okay, so I have already told you this in the detail in the previous lectures. So those videos are also available. You can see it if you are having some confusion. And still if it remains, then come to me, let me know, we will solve it. So now further, the resultant of all these forces is 1000 Newton and directed at an angle of 45 degree to x-axis. So I will draw the resultant over here. You can see now. See, so this is the resultant of all force system. This is the resultant. And this value is 1000 Newton. And what is its angle? Its angle with horizontal, that is alpha. This angle it is given as 45 degree. Now if you resolve this resultant, if you resolve this, you will get two components. One is like this and another is in this direction. This here component will be 1000 cos 45 and this component will be 1000 sin 45. Okay, but this is nothing but this is r cos alpha. So this must be equal to summation fx horizontal and this must be equal to summation fy. Okay. So now we need to determine the third force F such that the resultant is 1000. So we don't know the value of third force F. So I will assume that the third force is acting in this direction. In this direction. Let my third force be F and let the angle of third force from the horizontal, this total angle, let this total angle be theta. Let the total angle is theta. So now by using the first equation, summation fx is equal to r cos alpha. So summation fx, so to calculate the summation fx, first we need to resolve the force. So I will resolve the force now. See, for your understanding, I will show the resolution here only. So now this is 500 Newton. So one line parallel to y, another line parallel to x. Now the components are there. Now this 500, so this is 500 cos 30. This is 500 sin 30. So 500 sin 30. Now again, if you resolve the force of this 1000 kilonewton, now if you resolve the force of this 1000 kilonewton, then one component is parallel to x and another component is parallel to y. This parallel to x is nothing but this 1000 Newton. So it will be 1000 cos 60, and this is 1000 sin 60. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So use the equation now. Summation fx is equal to r cos alpha, which must be equal to 1000 cos 60, and 1000 cos 60 is moving towards rightward direction. So we are going to take it as a positive. So now summation fx. So if I write the values, not 60, here it is 45. Angle is 45, no? Resultant triangle पण change दिला ना, so this angle 45 degree. So now summation fx, see this diagram on the left hand side, the diagram is drawn. So it is 1000 cos 60 plus 500 cos 30 plus it is f cos theta, which is equal to 1000 cos 45. f cos theta घेतलेलं कळालं का? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, those who have not understood how I have taken f cos theta, for them I will once again show this thing. See, this is the force F, this is the point of contact, this is inclined force. So again you have to resolve this force. So one component is parallel to y-axis, sorry, x-axis, and another component is parallel to y-axis. So now this is the resolution of F. So here I will write f at both the ends. Here also f, here also f. Now this angle theta is the angle with the horizontal component. So this will be cos theta. This will become cos theta, as we don't know the value of theta and f. And f is, this will become f sin z. So from there I have taken this cos theta over here. So now solve it and let me know the equation. Okay, do the fast calculation. 100 cos 60 plus 500 cos 30 plus
F
f cos. What is the value?
is equals to minus 228.91.
Minus 228.91. Okay. So all of you please check the answer. तुम्ही सुद्धा calculation करा सगळेजण. So please check the answers. So this is the value of f cos theta. Again I will tell this as my equation number 1. Now I am going to use my second equation. So the second equation will be summation fy is equal to r sin alpha. R sin alpha. So now summation fy, you should see the forces parallel to y-axis. Here you will see the forces. So three forces are there. All the three forces are moving upwards, so all forces are positive. Just you have to take these values. Okay, so 1000 sin 60, 500 sin 30, 1000 sin 60 plus 500 sin 30, then plus f sin theta is equal to 1000 sine 45, and it is moving towards right direction. Right word म्हणून सांगितलं, it is moving towards at an angle of 45 degree with the x-axis. So this is the component y. This is moving upward. Here we have shown. Here you can see this component is upward like this. So here it is plus. Now keep f sin theta on left hand side and transfer all the terms to the right hand side. So therefore f sin theta is equal to, let me know the value. What is the answer?
$1,175.08.
F sin theta is equal to
minus 414.95.
minus 414.95. Anybody? Any other answer? If anybody has got, please cross verify the answers. I have got two different answers right now. This problem is unsolved with me, so please check the answer whether the answer is right. Others?
minus 409.
Minus 409. Now this is the third answer which I have got. Minus 409 point. So let me know the correct answer. बाकीचे काय करतायत? करताय का नाही कॅल्क्युलेशन? काय सांगा मला उत्तर. Only 3 students have told me the answer. किती?
Minus 408.9.
minus 408.9.
Okay, minus 408.9. Okay, so majority of the students got this answer, so I am going with that. So minus 408.9. Okay, so this is my equation number 2. Also I am having my equation number 1. So instead of dividing, this time we will do some different things. We will square and add them so that we will get the value of f force. You can divide equation 2 by मगासारखं पण करू शकता बरं का. You can divide equation 2 by equation 1. From that you will get f get cancelled. Sin upon cos means you will get tan theta. Then you can calculate the value of theta, and after that you can calculate the value of f. So here also by this way also squaring and adding equation 1 and 2. In this way also we will get the answer. Okay, squaring and adding equation 1 and 2. Now square and add means what? F cos theta square plus f sin theta square. This is the squaring and adding of LHS is equal to minus 225.91 square RHS plus minus 408.9 square. So this will become f square cos square theta plus f square sin square theta. So cos square theta and sin square theta 1 will. समझते ना? So I will directly write here f square. F square is equal to, calculate this and let me know the value of f square. This it is understood now. Here if you do the squaring, then it will be f square cos square theta plus f square sin square theta. So if I take f square common, So in bracket it will remain cos square theta plus sin square theta, and you know that cos square theta, and you know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is always 1. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is always equal to 1. So what will remain? F square will remain as it is. F square into 1 will be the term. So what is the value of f square? Is there need to write the step, or this f square you have understood the things, how that f square come? Yes, no? ते एफ स्क्वेअर कसं आलं हे तुम्हाला सिम्प्लिफाय करून सांगायची गरज आहे का, समजलंय?
सांगा सर.
Okay. So here you can see this will become f square cos square theta plus squaring है ना, this is f square sin square theta which is equal to, ह्याचा स्क्वेअर किती आहे ते सांगा लवकर. So why so
51.
much time? Huh?
51,035.32.
तुमच्या कॅल्क्युलेटर वरती ENG नावाचं बटन आहे का, ENG?
Yes, sir.
हा, त्याला प्रेस करून 10⁻³ मध्ये वगैरे आन्सर येते बघा. जर जास्त खूप डिजिट येत असतील तर तसा आन्सर सांगत जावा. आता काय आन्सर आलंय? 51 पुढं
035.
035.
035.32 प्लस ह्याचा आन्सर सांगा. व्हॉट इज द आन्सर? 4408.9 स्क्वेअर.
One 167,215.
167,608.11.
167,215.56. 0.56. So this is the answer. So now here you can see on this side now, I will take this f square common from both the terms. So f square, what will remain in bracket? It is cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equal to, now add these two and let me know the answer fast.
Two 218,250.88.
218,250.88. Now here you can see this is the value of f square, because this term cos square theta plus sin square theta, what is the value of this? Cos square theta plus sin square theta is always
1.
1. So this value is 1. So f square ची value तुम्हाला मिळाली. So f square is equal to 218,250.88. Now calculate the value of f. So therefore f is equal to, take the square root of the answer.
467.17.
So it is 467.17 Newton. So this is the answer. This is your final answer. F. This is the value of f. Now put this value of f in any of the equation, either in equation 2 or equation 1, and calculate the value of theta. Or otherwise you can do it simply by divide equation 2 by equation 1. You can do it in this way also. Divide equation 2 by equation 1. So now what is my equation 2? Equation 2 is f sin theta is equal to that thing. F sin theta is equal to minus 408.92. Okay, and what is my equation 1? Equation 1 is f cos theta is equal to minus 228.91. So f cos theta is equal to minus 228.91. So now if I want to divide it, then it will be like this, equal to this. So this f will get cancelled, this f will get cancelled, minus minus plus होऊन जाईल. So therefore tan of theta is equal to 408.92 divided by 228.91. So therefore theta is equal to, what is the answer?
One 1.786.
1.786.
1.78.
So theta is equal to tan inverse 1.786. Now calculate the value of theta then.
60.67.
60.67.
60.75.
Okay. 60 point something is, if your answer is there, then it is correct. There may be the variation in the points while solving on the calculator. So is it the correct answer? All
Yes,
of
sir.
you have,
Sir, I have doubt.
Sir,
should we take that f after taking square root plus minus, or should we take positive?
Miss, I have not understood your question.
Sir,
Can we-
actually, I am telling that I am asking that should we take that f after taking square root plus minus, or should we take it positive?
We should take this f as a positive answer, because see, f is nothing but your that force which is correspond to the resultant. Okay, and here if you see why we are taking that positive, because here you can see our all the forces are in first quadrant. Here you can see I have drawn the diagram. This diagram is already given to you. Your first force is 500 Newton, your second force is 1000 Newton. Okay, and your third is resultant is given. So your first force is in first quadrant, your second force is in first quadrant, your resultant is also in the first quadrant. मग तुमचं थर्ड फोर्स पण कशामध्ये यायला पाहिजे? इट शुड बी इन द फर्स्ट क्वाड्रंट ओनली. ओके, कळतंय ना? फर्स्ट क्वाड्रंट, सेकंड क्वाड्रंट,
Yes,
थर्ड
sir.
क्वाड्रंट.
Yes,
So
sir,
in the
yes.
first quadrant, everything is positive. So always you should consider that when this type of case is there, your sign must be plus, as it is there in the first quadrant.
Okay.
Okay. And also the thing you should always remember, if here you get plus minus sign, force is never negative. Listen me very carefully. Yeah? Force is never negative. That plus and minus sign indicates us the direction of the force. Okay, the plus and minus sign indicates us the direction of the force. So whether it is moving towards right, whether it is moving towards left, whether it is moving upward, whether it is moving downward, these things we came to know from that plus minus sign of the force. But when you define a force, then force is the fixed quantity. जसं तुम्ही डिस्टन्स, मी म्हटलं इथून तुळजापूर किती किलोमीटर आहे, तर तुम्ही म्हणणार 45 किलोमीटर आहे. कोण मला सांगाल का -45 आपलं इथून सोलापूर किती 60 किलोमीटर 65 किलोमीटर, मायनस मध्ये कोण मला डिस्टन्स सांगाल का? मी जर तो क्वेश्चन विचारला तर nobody will tell me the distance in minus. Likewise, same thing is there with the force. Force is the definite quantity. Only the thing is that plus and minus sign indicates us the direction of the force. Okay. So I think time is also over. And what I have observed, I am going to tell you. You are not what means you are not doing the calculations fastly. You are taking too much time. So don't do such a things. You should be ready with your notebook and calculator. Okay. And once the calculation is there, I have written anything on the board. You should calculate on the calculator, and you have to tell me the answer. What is the answer? And simultaneously, others also, if somebody has given me the answer, if I have written that answer on the board, then others also should verify that same answer is there or not. Okay, so that the further problem will not go wrong if the answer is wrong. म्हणजे कॅल्क्युलेशन मिस्टेक मुळे प्रॉब्लेम रॉंग होऊ नये याची सगळ्यांनीच काळजी घ्यायची. आणि फास्ट कॅल्क्युलेशन करा. इफ यू डू द कॅल्क्युलेशन फास्ट, then only we are able to cover the maximum numericals in the class. If you do the calculation slowly, then instead of 2-3 problems in one lecture, we will finish up with 1 or 2 problems. Okay, so please do the fast calculations from the next class. Everybody should be ready with the calculator and your notebook. Okay, so now for today, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so now I will take the attendance and then we will stop over here. Just 1 minute. In January. Roll number 1. 2,
Present, sir.
3,
Present, sir.
4,
Present, sir.
5,
Present, sir.
6,
Present, sir.
7,
Present, sir.
8,
Present, sir.
9. 9 is absent. 10. 9 is present. Okay. 10,
Present, sir.
11,
Present, sir.
12,
Present, sir.
13,
Present, sir.
14,
Present, sir.
15,
Present, sir.
16,
Present.
17,
Present, sir.
18, 19,
Present, sir.
20,
Present, sir.
21,
Present, sir.
22,
Present, sir.
23, 24,
Present, sir.
25,
Present.
26,
Present, sir.
27,
Present, sir.
28,
Present.
29, 30,
Present, sir.
30 is present,
Yes, sir.
31, 32, 32,
Present, sir.
33,
Present, sir.
34, 35,
Present, sir.
36, 37,
Present, sir. 36.
okay, 38,
Present, sir.
39,
Present, sir.
40,
Present.
41, 42,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
okay, 43,
Present, sir.
44,
Present, sir.
45, 45, he is present. Okay. You are unable to unmute. Okay, 45 is present. 46,
Present, sir.
47, 47, 48,
Present, sir.
49,
Present, sir.
50,
Present, sir.
51,
Present, sir.
52, 50, 53, 54,
Present, sir.
55,
Present,
56,
Present.
57,
Present, sir.
58, 59, 60,
Present.
61, 62, 63.
Present, sir.
So I will tell you the absent roll numbers. Roll number 1, roll number 18, 47, 58, 59, 61, 62. Anybody is present from these roll numbers?
Roll number 23 present, sir. ते
अहो मी तुमचा नंबर काउंट घेतला का आता absent मध्ये? ऐकलं का तुम्ही तुमचा रोल नंबर आहे का नाही ते? I have already given, you have given me the message in the chat, no? You are present. So I have considered that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So today we will stop over here. See you in the next lecture. Do the preparation.